Let us begin gently. Wherever you are right now, let this be a safe place for you to simply breathe. Take a slow breath in and let it go without rushing. You may have been carrying the weight of worry, tension, or uncertainty for a long time. You may have felt that no matter what you do, there's never quite enough. Enough money, enough time, enough support. That feeling can be exhausting, and it can leave the heart feeling tired. It is perfectly all right to acknowledge that. It doesn't make you weak, it makes you honest. And in this honesty, there is a doorway to healing. There is something tender and beautiful about this moment. The fact that you are here, listening, means that some part of you is ready for more. More peace, more joy, more freedom. The longing you feel inside is not a sign of emptiness. It is a sign of your soul calling you toward abundance. You see, abundance is not something given only to a lucky few. It is a natural flow of life available to everyone. But when we have lived in fear for a long time, it can be difficult to feel that flow. That is why we must begin with kindness. Kindness toward ourselves and toward the parts of us that have learned to be afraid. Scarcity is not just about money in the bank or the bills on the table. Scarcity is a way of seeing the world, a habit of thought that whispers, "It's never enough. I'm never enough." And when that thought becomes a daily companion, it colors everything we experience. It's like living in a room with the curtains closed. The sun may be shining outside, but from where we sit, it seems dark and cold. And because it feels dark and cold, we behave as if that is all there is. We clutch what we have. We worry about what might be taken away. We measure life in what is missing instead of what is present. This way of thinking doesn't come from nowhere. Often it grows from experiences that taught us to be careful, to expect disappointment, to guard ourselves against loss. Perhaps you've been told in subtle or direct ways that resources are limited, that success belongs only to others, or that wanting more is selfish. These messages plant roots in the mind, and if left unexamined, they spread until they seem like the truth. But here is the gentle truth. Thoughts are not facts, they are patterns. And patterns can be changed. Your thoughts are like seeds. Some seeds grow into flowers, others into weeds. A seed of fear can grow into anxiety and self-doubt. A seed of trust can grow into confidence and joy. When we live in a scarcity mindset, we are watering the seeds of fear every day without even realizing it. We replay worries in our minds. We focus on what is lacking. We tell ourselves not enough in 100 quiet ways, and as those thoughts grow, they begin to shape our choices, our energy, and even the opportunities we see. But just as we can water fear, we can water trust, and trust is where abundance begins. Trust is a soft, steady voice inside that says, "Life supports me. The universe is generous. I am safe to receive." This is not wishful thinking. It is the truth of how life works when we allow it. The river of life is always flowing. When we are caught in scarcity thinking, we stand on the bank clutching an empty cup, afraid to step in. But when we trust, we wade into the water and allow it to carry us. Your body responds to the thoughts you think. Scarcity thoughts create tension in the muscles, tighten the chest, quicken the heartbeat. Abundance thoughts bring ease to the shoulders, deepen the breath, relax the face. This is why changing your thoughts is not just an idea. It is a physical act of healing. The mind and the body are not separate, they dance together. When you begin to tell yourself new, supportive stories about life, your body responds with a feeling of safety, and when your body feels safe, it becomes easier to make clear, confident decisions that attract more good into your life. Every time you notice a scarcity thought, you have a choice. You can follow it down the familiar path of worry, or you can pause, breathe, and choose a new direction. At first, this choice may feel small, almost too small to matter, but it matters greatly. It is like turning the wheel of a ship just a few degrees. Over time, that small turn leads you to an entirely different shore. I invite you to begin noticing the tone of your inner voice. When it says, "There isn't enough," gently ask it, "Is that really true, or is this an old habit speaking?" When it says, "I can't have that," try responding with, "I am open to the ways life can surprise me." In this gentle way, you begin to loosen the grip of scarcity and invite in the possibility of something new. We are not here to force abundance, but to allow it. Life is always seeking to give. The air you breathe, the sunlight that warms your face, the endless ideas that come to mind, all of these are proof of the natural generosity of the universe. When we trust that generosity, we no longer need to cling so tightly. We can open our hands, our minds, and our hearts to receive. Now, take another slow, deep breath. As you exhale, imagine you are releasing the tightness of scarcity, the clenched fist, the furrowed brow, the guarded heart. And as you inhale, imagine drawing in the soft, steady light of abundance. It is safe to let go of the old. It is safe to trust in the new. It is safe to believe that the universe wants to make you rich, rich not only in money, but in peace, joy, love, and freedom. And it all begins with the thoughts you choose today. Fear and trust cannot live in the same room. One will always gently push the other out. When fear has been your familiar companion for many years, it can feel strange to even imagine what life would be like without it. Fear whispers that letting go is unsafe, that you must hold on tightly to control, to outcomes, to possessions. But trust is a soft hand on your shoulder that says, you are supported. You don't have to hold the whole world by yourself. The truth is, life has an order and a rhythm far beyond our planning. Just as the seasons change without you needing to pull the leaves from the trees or push the buds into bloom, abundance has its own timing. When we are willing to lean into that timing instead of fighting against it, we begin to see that the universe is not stingy or withholding. It is endlessly creative, endlessly resourceful, and endlessly loving. Imagine a river flowing toward you, bringing everything you need. If you stand back with your arms crossed, doubting that anything good could possibly come your way, you won't step in. But if you choose to trust, you can place yourself right in the stream. You'll notice that the water carries not just what you expected, but also treasures you never thought to ask for. Trust opens your heart and your eyes to possibilities your fear could not even imagine. Shifting from fear to trust is not about pretending you never feel afraid. Fear will still try to visit, but trust gives you the strength to let it pass through without settling in your heart. You might begin with a small act of trust each day, speaking kindly to yourself when you feel doubt, choosing to see one good thing in the middle of a challenge, or pausing before you say no to an opportunity simply because it feels unfamiliar. Each act is a signal to the universe. I am ready, I am willing, I am open to more. One powerful way to move into trust is to become aware of the stories you tell yourself about money, opportunity, and worthiness. These stories run quietly in the background, shaping your choices and feelings. Some may have been passed down from family or formed from past experiences, but they are not the truth of who you are. They are simply old scripts, and you can rewrite them. Begin by noticing your thoughts without judgment. Carry a small notebook or keep a note on your phone and gently record moments when a thought of not enough appears. It may sound like, I can't afford that, or people like me never get ahead, or it's too late to start. Writing them down helps bring them into the light where you can see them clearly. You don't have to fix them all at once. The first step is simply awareness. Awareness creates space. In that space, you can ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is this thought loving? Does this thought support the life I want to create? If the answer is no, you have the power to choose a new one. This choice may feel unusual at first, especially if you are used to believing every thought your mind produces. But thoughts are not commands, they are suggestions, and you have the right to accept or reject them. When you begin to replace old scarcity thoughts with gentle, expansive ones, you plant new seeds in your mind, and seeds need care. This is where affirmations become powerful companions. An affirmation is not just a nice phrase, it is a new pattern that your mind can learn, a steady reminder of the truth you are choosing to live. You might say to yourself, I am open and ready to receive the wealth of the universe. Say it slowly, as though you are speaking to the deepest part of your being. Feel the words in your body. If it feels strange or untrue at first, that is simply the old pattern reacting. Keep going. Over time, the words will begin to feel more natural, and your mind will start to look for evidence of their truth. Use your affirmations in the quiet spaces of your day. In the morning before you rise, in the mirror as you get ready while you wait in line, or before you go to sleep at night. You are training your mind to expect abundance instead of lack. You are teaching your nervous system to feel safe with the idea of more. And as you do, you create the inner conditions for wealth to flow to you. This shift is not just mental, it is emotional and physical. When you speak words of abundance, your breath slows, your shoulders ease, your heart feels lighter. And from that place of ease, you begin to see the world differently. You notice opportunities instead of obstacles. You notice how much beauty is already around you. You begin to live not in reaction to fear, but in harmony with possibility. The universe loves a grateful heart. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to transform scarcity into abundance. Gratitude says, I see what I have and I value it. When you focus on what is already good in your life, you create a magnetic energy that draws more good toward you. It's like opening a window in a stuffy room. Suddenly, fresh air rushes in. You can make gratitude simple and gentle. Each day, write down 3 things that brought you comfort, joy, or beauty. They can be as small as the warmth of your tea, the sound of laughter in the distance, or the softness of your pillow. No moment is too small to count. As you notice more to be grateful for, your awareness shifts. Scarcity loses its grip because your attention is no longer only on what is missing, it is on what is already overflowing. Gratitude also softens the heart, making it easier to receive. When you are grateful, you are in a state of openness. You become like the riverbank, ready to receive the flowing water without trying to control it. And the more you receive, the more you have to give, creating a beautiful cycle of abundance that touches every part of your life. Abundance is not only an idea to think about, it is something to live, to breathe, and to embody each day. When you begin to take small steps from a place of openness, you notice that life responds. Inspired action does not mean rushing or forcing outcomes. It means listening inward and allowing yourself to follow gentle nudges that feel right for you. Sometimes this will be as simple as making a phone call you've been delaying, learning a new skill, or saying yes to an opportunity that feels exciting but unfamiliar. Other times, it will be taking care of your own well-being so you can show up fully for what life brings. When action is taken from fear, it feels tight, pressured, and exhausting. When action is taken from trust, it feels steady, purposeful, and nourishing. You begin to understand that abundance grows from actions aligned with your highest good, not from chasing what does not serve you. The more you trust these small, consistent steps, the more they add up to real change. The universe responds to willingness. A single open door can lead to many more. Living in abundance begins with feeling abundance now. This doesn't mean spending beyond your means or pretending everything is perfect. It means carrying yourself as if you already belong in the life you are creating. You can dress in a way that makes you feel confident and cared for. You can speak words of kindness and possibility. You can treat your body with respect through rest, nourishment, and movement. These are simple yet powerful signals to your mind and to the universe that you are ready to receive more. You might choose to surround yourself with beauty in small ways: a fresh flower on your table, a candle you light in the evening, music that makes your spirit lift. These are not luxuries reserved for later. They are invitations to abundance right now. When you honor the present moment with care, you open the door for more blessings to find their way in. Every time you choose to live as if you are already abundant, you are strengthening that reality within you. You are creating the conditions for the outer world to match the inner world you have been nurturing. And slowly you notice that you feel lighter, freer, and more able to welcome what comes. Abundance is your birthright. It is not a gift given to some and denied to others. It is the natural state of life, the air you breathe, the sun that warms your skin, the infinite ideas that come into your mind. All of these are proof that you live in a giving, generous universe. When you release scarcity and open to abundance, you are aligning yourself with this truth. You are not asking for too much when you desire more peace, more joy, more wealth, or more love. You are simply remembering who you truly are, a being worthy of good, capable of receiving it, and able to share it. The old beliefs of not enough are not yours to carry any longer. They have served their purpose, and now you are free to set them down. Right now, you can begin again. You can choose to speak to yourself with love, to act with trust, to notice what is already good in your life, and to remain open to the gifts that are on their way. Every thought, every word, every small action is part of the path. There is no rush, no need to force. Life meets you exactly where you are. Take a slow, deep breath and let these words settle into your heart. I release scarcity. I welcome abundance in every form. Say it gently, with a sense of peace. Feel the truth of it growing inside you. Let it become the quiet, steady rhythm of your days. The universe is always listening, always guiding, always giving. Your only task is to open your hands, your mind, and your heart to receive. And as you do, you will discover that you are already richer than you ever imagined, in love, in joy, in freedom, and in the endless flow of blessings that surround you.